So, hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another Match of the Day live stream / watch along as we go back and relive the Arsenal game today against Wolves and all the highs and the lows and all the drama of the Premier League up and down the country. 5 games today, all goals, no nil-nils for the third week in a row now that's happened. This season we've got no nil-nil, so it won't be a dull nil-nil at the end of it. Just talk crap over. But we've got goals, we've got drama, and for most of us, most of us a really good result. Even better result up at the Emirates as well. You just couldn't make it up. It's been a good day. It's been a good day for an Arsenal fan, put it that way. And looking forward to seeing what plays out here. Need any company? So yes, Tom, you're more than welcome. I'll send you the link into the chat. You bear with me one momento. I wonder I can't think why you'd like to come on. I mean, Leeds won, Manchester United have lost. Sorry, BBC News are talking about fucking Strictly for some reason. Don't know why. But yes, as I say, Leeds won, Arsenal won. Man United lost in Newcastle. The Euro draw's been made. We've got a decent draw from England's point of view. Opening night is Scotland versus Germany. What could go wrong there? Oh dear, you couldn't make it. He really is just was a good day, really. So, yes, put this into the chat room. I'll send that into the chat for Tom. Wrong way around anyway. Yeah, Germany v Scotland opening night of the Euros. I will be doing a watch along for that. I'm Scottish on my mum's dad's side, on my granddad's side. So my granddad's side, basically, of the family. So I kind of have to either way. But yeah, I mean, Germany aren't what they once were, so Scotland got to might just upset the odds and actually get out of the group for once. You never know. England have got a sort of with Serbia. I mean, Denmark could probably be our toughest test to get out of the group, but in terms of winning it or not. But Serbia, I think we will be if we turn up and do our job. We don't have no issues with our squad. Where is it? And Slovenia. I mean, come on. Yeah, we should. I've got Scottish, Irish, English, and Welsh all in my family. Kind of. Mate. I'm English. As I say, Scottish on my mum's dad's side, my granddad, and I'm Irish on my mum's side, the south side of things, by the way. So I got that, and apparently got a bit of Welsh in me somewhere. UK and Ireland, I'm covered when it comes to home nations. For some reason, when it comes to Wales, there's something about me, especially when it comes to the rugby union. I can't stand Wales doing well. It does my head in. It really aggravates me. But good evening, Spencer. Hope you've been keeping well and all that. Oh dear, I obviously enjoyed the result today. Oh dear. Just listen to the fucking weather now. Getting told we've got snow coming down to the Midlands now. It's coming down to the south soon, guys. Get ready. We had a flicker of snow yesterday, literal flicker of like 2 attempts of it in like a 10-minute period throughout the day here down south, but yeah, not properly hit us yet. It's according to this, it's overnight on Sunday. It's hitting the from the north down to the Midlands, basically. 1 to 3 centimeters of snow. Lucky bastards, in one sense. Alpha, big up Alpha. Said, good evening. How is everyone doing? Good result today. Yep, good result. Bit of a concern. Not I say concerning, but nervy ending just because we didn't need to make it that nervy. We were the dominant side from the start to the end. We were the better side throughout. Gary O'Neill's been a bit of twat and saying we time wasted at the end. We didn't. Why didn't we get more extra time added on? It was meant to be. What was it meant to be? It was meant to be 6 minutes injury time. We ended up playing to the 98th minute and beyond. And he's complaining. He's finding any excuse why they lost at the end. It's like, seriously. Behave now. Like, VAR didn't do you out of anything either. This game, for once. You lost fair and squarely. And if anything, you're lucky. We didn't just do what we did to Sheffield United and put 5 past you and more. Because we should have done. We had loads of chances. We just weren't clinical enough after going 2-0 up. Oh, they got the 3 points, so 4 points clear. I know Liverpool played Fulham, so probably will be back down to a point with them. And Man City played Tottenham. That'll be an interesting one. But it is what it is. Alpha says England got a decent group for the Euros. Sadly, they put my nation in the group of death, just hoping we're able to shock the world. Hopefully, finish first or second. Come on, Albania, let's shock the world. Who was in Albania? I forgot. It was up a minute ago, but who was in Albania's group? Just out of interest, because I was only focusing on the England group, really, and obviously potentially the potential Wales they qualify via the playoff malarkey crap. And what was everyone? And Scotland with Germany, Switzerland. There's someone else in that group. Yeah. But Germany, that's a weird one with Germany being the host nation and all that opening night against Scotland. Nothing to do for Scotland and Germany not being what they once were. Could be an interesting one. Kai Havertz at fullback. Alpha. Oh, bloody hell. Italy's the defending champions, Italy, I mean, yeah, they're the defending champions, but again, they were in our qualifying group with England. They barely got out of the group. It's more luck than anything they got out of the group. Let's just squash that one. It was, yeah, as I say, it's more luck. They qualified in the end than anything else. Spain are decent. Getting back, they are trying to get back to what they once were in terms of their dominance and all that. So they'll be amongst the favourites to win this. I can get that, the fear there. Croatia, aging squad. Motd is still playing, all that. It's an aging squad, so you never know. The experience could come back, be the one that comes back and finally bites them on the backside. But yeah, it's going to be a tough group. Don't get me wrong. Either way, that's just that will be tough for a country like Albania to get out of. But you never know. Also got Shearer and Danny Mills for our pundits. Oh, and the first game up is the 5-goal thriller. I say thriller. It was a 5-0 win to Burnley. It wasn't really a thriller, but you know what I'm saying. I think Mr. Arsenal thought Arsenal. No one else would wear that jumper. It's a Christmas jumper. Leave it alone. It's the update. This season's literal. What they're saying for this season's Christmas jumper, the updated one, and it's celebrating the invincible. It's their nod to the invincible season. It's got obviously, as I said earlier, you got your reindeer to the ring, got the gold trim representing the champions. Obviously, your stocking. This side, where the Nike tick would be, obviously the Arsenal badge, the wreath representing the O2 sponsor, and on the back is got Invincible in the print, but obviously sewn in Invincible's 49. So yay, that is what it is. I will be mixing up the Christmas jumpers I've got every stream, so it's not the same one every stream, guys. I almost bought that jumper. Oh, there you go. Jay Rodriguez. That's a nope. I picked up that Ian Wright shirt today. Oh, okay, fair enough. The actual shirt or the sweater or the jacket, the reversible jacket. Which one was? There's a few bits there, wasn't there? But yeah, that's look at this. What the fuck is this from Sheffield United? Ricochet, ricochet, ricochet. Poor defending. And the defender that's nearest to the ball, where Jay Rodriguez come flying in for the header there, he's like half-hearted. He doesn't. No awareness that Jade's coming. Just goes, and it's just like, yeah, it's like, boom, 1-0, thank you. You know. As I said, his results say to Vincent for me never sad. This season at least. Oh, dude, Tom, where are you, by the way? He asked me what the company. I said, yeah, I sent the link, and he's not fucking arrived in backstage yet. What the hell? This way he did nothing in Motd, isn't he? No. Oh, there we go. Got all that messed about now as well. Okay, once. Bloody hell, this is pathetic defending from Sheffield United and the goalkeeper. I've never rated the goalkeeper at Sheffield United. Not even in the Championship, never rated him. The P-Match shirt, I've got 20% off. Adidas, they are selling it for $25 less than the club. I was like, okay, that's not bad. That's cool. Close that. I don't know. As I say, he gets the first comment. He asked to come on. I've sent the link into the chat for him to pop in, and he's not. I don't know if he's just having trouble setting up or not. I don't know. Oh dear. Here's what it is. Yeah. He's like, obviously, you take the dig, and obviously, yeah, they are in a league below us now at the moment, but they did win today. Big win at home to Boa. Oh, talk the devil. One sec. Talk of the devil. There he is.
That's exactly what happened. I thought it was ITV4. No, it's not true. It's not true. I was in the middle of an argument on the WhatsApp, which is why.
Okay.
For full disclosure, that's exactly what happened.
Did the argument concern about tonight's show that you've got coming up?
No, I have not got a show tonight. Actually, I was having a night off.
Fair enough. So it wasn't channel related then.
Nope.
Fair enough. Okay. Either way, I was just saying about Sheffield United being shit. So, and obviously you won today. Was it 3-2 in the end?
Yeah, it certainly was. Yeah, got a bit hairy there.
I literally went. I was doing my thing on my Watchalong, and suddenly I was like, "I'll check the score." Bloody hell! It was like 1-0 Boa, like a minute in and all that. And then the next thing I was like, "Oh, there's 2 more goals." And I think it was you that said it's 3 goals in 15 minutes. I went to check it's 2-1. Then the next check it was 3-2. I was like, "Fucking hell, you must be fucking shitting yourself and Go's channel."
I was near the end, to be honest. Yeah. I had to cleverly take a break because Spencer blinked, but I was back in the time it took him to blink. But I had to change my underwear. Basically, I was just.
Oh, God.
It's basically what happened. No. The actual unique thing about today's game was it mirrored what happened on Wednesday in that Leeds conceded in the first minute of the game. And then equalised within like the 4th minute of the game. It's happened twice in 4 days.
Oh,
Although
God.
Wednesday's one was more amusing, probably for non-Leeds fans, because Leeds had a goal disallowed in the first 20 seconds of the game, and then basically Swansea then hoofed it down the field and lobbed the goalkeeper.
Okay, now.
Well, they hoofed it, and then
Yeah.
Pascal Strout tried to head it back to the goalkeeper, but there's a reason he's a Championship defender and not a Premier League defender, so that didn't quite make it back to the keeper.
Yeah.
And then they lobbed him, basically. But the one thing... Yeah, exactly, Spencer, exactly. But the... But the one saving grace for us is like our front four is fairly good for the Championship.
Here's a question, though. Would Junior Firpo get in the Sheffield United team? That's the big question, apparently.
Junior Firpo's out injured again for 3 weeks, right? And, right, he pulled a hamstring in training, right? And I believe Junior Firpo being injured for a few weeks in December is the Leeds equivalent of Neymar getting suspended around the time of his sister's birthday.
Every year.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that man does not like December football, clearly. But
they're really going for you now, aren't they? Here's your
Tom,
ITV
when is your IT? Hey, I made the offer to actually produce this show, all right? But no one was interested. No one took it up. So blame yourself, Riddy. You could have been a pioneering viewer on it. But no, you was having none of it, mate. None of it.
I think they'd get bored after you get through League One. Because it's obviously with the chat with the EFL highlights, it's like Championship, League One, League Two. It's just like, seriously, stop. Let's give us Championship and be done with it.
I'll be honest though, in that I have not actually watched the EF properly, like the EFL highlight show, since like the second week of the season, right? Because I took one watch of it when Leeds lost at Birmingham. To be fair, right, for context, that was the game where not half the team. That's a massive exaggeration. Let's say like 2 or 3 players went on strike, right? But to be fair, the players that weren't playing were like our top play. You know what I mean? Like anytime you have players that turn basically just as they're about to get on the coach to Birmingham, Willie Nonto turns around to Farke and says, actually, I'm not playing in this.
Wow.
Like literally as they're getting on the coach to go there, he's like, no, I'm not playing. Which obviously sort of then changes the dynamic of the afternoon, let's say. But it was also happened to be the afternoon just after Tom Brady had invested in Birmingham. And he was there. So basically, although the cameras were there to cover the game, they weren't really there to cover the game. They just all wanted to meet Tom Brady.
Basically, yeah.
And get him like stood there like, oh, so Tom, what do you make of English football? Oh, it's a bit different to the football you're used to playing, huh? Like, fucking pricks. You're like, pardon my language, sorry. And then from then on, I was like, you know what? Why have I stayed up till 9 p.m. to watch this when instead I could just go on YouTube and watch the goals like 20 minutes after game finished? It's ridiculous. Yeah. How dare you, ITV? You lost a viewer. Yeah, go on, make your jokes about how they... Yeah, mate, yeah.
Kenneth says he would have watched it only if you included the Vanarama National League highlights too.
It's fair, but is that more because... Oh, no, because you'd need the South, wouldn't you, for Welling? Welling with another defeat today, and you should... I'll follow Welling on Twitter. They're a great follow. Right, not because they do anything particularly great, but just because I get to watch the post-match interview of, his name's Danny Blore, but in Welling circles, his name is Big Danny Blore, which I think is a bit of like an ironic thing, like how like massive people are called tiny, like I think it's that, and and he's standing there like, oh, what you make of that then, Danny? It's like, well, we lost 7-1. To a team called Seven Oaks. I thought it was like a comedy routine. Wasn't. really happened. They lost 4-2 today as well. I was like, Big Danny, what happened, mate?
Oh, we lost.
So my team, you could tell my team won because I'll get hell smug.
But not only your team won, your greatest rivals lost in Newcastle as well.
I tend not to think about Man United when we're winning, they're losing, they're nothing to us.
Oh, dear.
Who are they?
Fourth on the Euro draw, England's group is boring. England's group is boring, really. Well, that's what happens when you're on pot one.
I actually think it's a massive farce, actually. Like, if you can do the draw, right? If you could do the draw without all the teams being qualified, why not just do the draw a year ago?
Yeah. Exactly.
You just want a nice little night. You want a nice little night out for all your mates down at UEFA, basically.
In Hamburg, yeah.
Exactly, and it, yeah, just. Nah.
Oh, did you watch the actual draw though? Because remember FA Cup last season, but early in the year when someone, as it went live, someone put sex noises on.
I know that happened because I saw the clip on Twitter, and it was the same noise that happened
It's
in
the
same
noise, exact same noise.
Yeah,
and
which says a lot that I recognised it as the same noise. Yeah, I was instantly like, I've heard that before.
Though, but they thought it stopped. I was okay, so everything's been sorted out. And he went to the next team. And everyone's just sitting there thinking, let's shut this up now. Let's move on.
Yeah, look, I have a big my bugbear with cup draws. It's like it's the football equivalent of deal or no deal. How deal or no deal as a game can actually end in 2 minutes. Like, you can actually play deal or no deal, like, just go, I'll have box number 12, 13, 14,
Take
whatever.
the first offer, yeah.
Take the or get the offer, then go, I want 8, 4, 9, whatever. But they're like, no, we've got a showmanship, innit? We've got to have a bit of pizzazz. You've got to hold hands and think blue and all this. And it's like, yeah, you can tell I've seen it before. But
it's back now, isn't it?
Student days. It was the only thing on TV when I got home from college. But
it's back now.
Oh yeah, and well, it's ITV. It's obviously going to be Stephen Mulhern, because who else are they going to get to host it on their roster? It can't be Schofield anymore.
Can't be Schofield. It can't be Willoughby because she's potentially part of the Schofield scandal and all that crap.
Yeah.
And Decker in Australia most of the year.
Exactly. So that basically their list wasn't very large. They were like, all right,
it's like Stephen Mulhern,
4 Stephen Mulhern,
Ben Shepherd. What do we do?
Oh yeah, Ben Shepherd as well. No, but it's too late in the day for Ben Shepherd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like Ben likes his he likes his 4 o'clock slot.
Right, yeah.
Not that people tuned in for this, but I'm just going to tell you right now. Tipping Point, easily the most generous TV show on. It's the easiest quiz show on TV.
Yeah. I don't get how it's still lasted this long, but yeah.
He'll go. All right. So the category is now. Before I say this, don't get me wrong, right? I'm going to use sport as the joke, but you either know it or you don't, right? Like, if you've never watched sport in your life, I can understand why you wouldn't sort of get this question. But in general, they'll go, I want 3 counters, Ben. And then he'll read the question and then go, if Man United have 1 FA Cup and 1 Premier League, how many trophies do they have? Sort of thing. It's like,
yeah.
And they'll go, I'm going to guess 5, Ben. I'm like, you what? Sorry, I'm just... Colonel's right on Danny Bloor, by the way. And hello, Gary. How are you, young man?
Oh, he's probably livid that you betrayed him to come on here tonight.
I do believe.
I do believe my contract. What are you on about, Ryan?
No, my contract expires at 6 p.m. on Saturday. I'm free to work for other channels after that.
I'm assuming this means Arsenal's up next. Oh, yep, we are. There we go. Second game.
At first, I thought, why is he saying match of the day's about to start? And I looked at, it's Arsenal.
That's the reason we get to relive the wins.
Yeah.
Not
I can relive the wins on YouTube about 12 minutes after the game.
So can we, but we just decided to come back here and do it again as a community. But yeah.
I do genuinely recommend, though, people check out these Leeds Swansea game on YouTube. Like, it'd be like a minute of your time. But it has the opening minute of chaos with the disallowed goal and then the other team scoring. And you also get Jorginho Ruter, the sexiest man in football, not named Olivier Giroud, obviously. They're both French, so that makes sense in hindsight.
Yeah.
So, actually, I think Ruter is the black Olivier Giroud in hindsight. That works. That definitely works. But he basically, Ethan Ampadu launched a ball like 40-yard pass and he killed it stone dead. That's a lie. He's lying. He's lying. he's trying to like get in with the Arsenal kids. He's lying. But he kills this ball stone. Oh, it's fantastic. Fantastic. Worthy of any Premier League ground. Just saying.
Oh dear. We'll see. We'll see when he comes up then.
I will need a lot of help for him. Well, no, I mean, I'm not naive. Like, I've seen how Sheffield United, Burnley and Luton are performing. So I know we're going to be in a lot of trouble.
The difference is you'll actually have owners that will actually recruit properly. You've got a manager that will be backed and be able to get players he probably wanted when he was at Norwich, when he came up both times. He's been there, worn a T-shirt, whereas Sheffield United and Luton spent most of the money refurbing their ground because they had to for standards. And Sheffield United just didn't invest. The owner just takes the money and holds on to it.
Which is ironic because their owners are really rich.
Yeah.
But they have no interest in being successful. No. It's fascinating.
What was it? During the week, there was a piece on Sky Sports about the Carlisle United in terms of their owners, American owners, as a family. It's an actual family have taken over.
The Pitak family or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and their ambition is this club is a League One Championship club. It's done any lower.
I laughed. Yeah, and I have no real ill will against Carlisle United, but I did find it funny when they went, this club is a championship club. I was thinking, have you seen who's in the championship? And I don't even mean my team. I just mean in general. Like, there's like 15 teams in there that can turn around and go, we're a Premier League side.
Yeah, literally. In every aspect.
And it was like, you were non-league 10 years ago, or whatever it was.
I mean, in the Championship, you've got Swansea, you've got Cardiff, you've got, in terms of ex-Premier League clubs here, Swansea, Cardiff, yourselves, Southampton, Leicester City, who recently won the Premier League in the last few years, by the way, out of the Championship sides. I'm trying to think now. You've got even fucking Ipswich. I haven't been in since 2002, but Ipswich, it's pretty much a whole league, apart from like one or two clubs that have got Premier League history. And you've got, as I say, Carlisle United, the owners going, this club deserves to be in the Championship at the very least. No ambition for anything higher than that.
In their defence, though, to play devil's advocate, to their credit, at least they kept the lie to just, mildly outrageous, because they could have said, we see a Premier League club in this building, of which you would have naturally been like, but based on what? Like
literally,
now you're lying. Like, I think they're lying when they say Championship, but I can't necessarily prove it. But if they said Premiership or Premier League, 1992 of me there, I'd be like, how Carlisle United But anyway, don't get me wrong. In 4 years' time, if yep, Stefan, you have Google. But if they turn round and they are in the championship in, let's say, 2027, I will put my hands up and go, oh, you know that team I was mocking in near Christmas 2023? Like they're never a champion, and they are. I'll put my hand up. Like I would have with Luton, but Luton were nothing to me, so I had no reason to say that there'd ever be a Premier League club, or wouldn't be. But, you know. And then I wonder why everyone hates Leeds.
Well, yeah, the one job you had to do on the last day, you didn't even do it, and after a minute, you just gave up. So, against all teams as well.
The thing is, if Bielsa managed us on that last day, right, we still would have got murdered by Spurs, right? But it would have been different because it would have been, well, at least Bielsa knew that we had to win, and then he started with 10 strikers, and then we got thrashed. Yeah, all right, Stefan. Yeah. By knowledge, do you just mean you was alive when it happened? I remember things I see. I'm just saying. I can tell you that Ric Flair was number 3 in the 1992 Royal Rumble because I saw it. Anyway, number 30 was the Warlord, if anyone wanted to know. But anyway, that is that many.
I read a lot.
Yeah, that's changed. Did you read Google?
Oh, I let you two go hammer and tong. I'll just sit here.
Oh, that was a lovely goal from the Wolves.
Yeah, but it was avoidable.
Oh no, defensively, I'm sure. But I was just saying, like aesthetically, just as I said it to Spencer earlier, it's like it feels like it just came out of nothing, and then you've put yourself under needless pressure.
Yeah, it was. I literally said that, and everyone that was in the watch on my stream, not Gary's stream, back me up and go, I wasn't happy basically because I was like, this 2-1 itself over the course of the game, 2-1 flattered Wolves, in the sense of it wasn't a 2-1 game. It was a 3-4-0 to Arsenal if we'd been more clinical after the second goal. So we got the second. It's like we got to 2-0 lead so early on. We went, oh, this is really easy. We put our foot on the gas and just go through the motions as we always do this season, and ride our luck a bit. I mean, how have you missed that chance?
Yeah, it felt like when it got 2-0, like relatively early, let's say. It felt like, how many is this going to be? Because you know, it just felt like you were going to go right on them, but then you didn't. And I mean, ultimately, it was still enough, but you're 4 points. It's 4 points, isn't it?
Yeah, 4 points, and Liverpool play Fulham tomorrow, and Man City play Tottenham.
All right, so with respect, it's probably going to go back to 1, but anything other than that, it's a bonus, right?
At least one of the two will pull back to 1, if not both, depending on what happens with Tottenham. Look, I think we've got Luton on Tuesday midweek. Man City play Villa. Yeah.
So that I did find funny. I saw a thing of O'Neill's press conference, like not him being interviewed here, like he was actually sat down or whatever, and he was saying about the time wasting and that.
Yeah,
and I saw Arsenal fans mocking him, and I thought, but this was literally you this time last year when you played Newcastle. You were upset at their time wasting. Why don't we all? Oh, of course you don't. Of course you don't remember that. But
no, I remember it. It's literally swings and roundabouts. If it's good enough for them,
I thought
everyone else gets away with it. So we thought we'd join the game. We got fed up with fucking not being part of the gang, so we thought we'd join it for the last 10 minutes of the game.
I hate the time wasting. So I've always been an advocate. I think they should just make a football match 4 hours long, like in America, and just stop the clock.
Sorry, from the second they got 2-1, I watched that game, and There was no. I didn't see no time wasting myself, and people can go back and watch it if you want to. But I didn't see no time wasting myself. They got 6 minutes injury time added on. We kept on going to the 8.5 minute. So that it's not like there wasn't time added on onto the added on time either. So he had plenty of time to get. He's just decided no, I'll make an excuse up. He's like, seriously, you can't blame VAR for this. You're going to go after time wasting.
To play devil's advocate towards Wolves, I personally think maybe you should have waited until slightly before the 83rd minute to attack Arsenal. Maybe.
Just maybe.
I never watched it, so I don't actually know any of it.
I can tell you now. Up till that goal, when they scored that goal, they had fuck all to do today. The defence had fuck all to do. There's no pressure being put on them. Oh, I told you, he's coming. Eventually, there he is.
Yeah.
Look, it's that young man who couldn't be on his own show earlier today, so he brought in the caretaker. That should be my new gimmick, the caretaker. No, don't scratch that. Hello, Gary. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
What's on the TV behind you, Gary?
I have no idea.
Oh, no, can you hear it?
Can't hear nothing. I can't hear.
Not really, but I can't see it. I know it's on and it's flickering, but
like a news channel or something.
We're family went out and just chilling out because it's a long day, so we're just relaxing. So I was just sitting here listening to a lot of the show.
It looks like you're in a waiting room at a dentist.
Just in the corner of the hotel, the bed and breakfast. So.
Okay. Oh, so it actually is. Okay, fair enough.
This is a bit concerning, this comment, but anyway.
Gary, if you go on your channel and try and access your channel, you should find that you're able to, in fact, access your channel. It's safe.
I know I left it in good hands. You've been really nice and really good when I'm away. You're probably worse when I'm there.
That's actually true. That's exactly the case, actually.
I heard Ryan say my name, but I couldn't remember. I couldn't catch everything. So I don't know if you were just talking about the game.
I said hello. Bloody hell. Oh, Rich is in the chat. He says, I don't think I'll bother watching any football this weekend.
Yeah, they did not like it today.
All I'm going to say is I watched it myself, and I've never seen so many players in a United shirt behind a ball, home or away against Newcastle, ever in my life, and do nothing.
What's weird about it is I always I look at managers with experience and I always feel like no matter what, they're going to get it right. You know, I always feel like that, and I can't believe that. You know, we pride ourselves. You know, we look at the Ajax system. We go, you know, they create all these good footballers. They have a good system there. They've won things in the past, and for him to come to a team where he's got even more resources than he's ever gonna have, and not get them to even play proper football, like they don't even look like a football team out there, right? Like 11 players playing as one. Nope. Any players highlighting their skills? Nope. You know, nothing about that says this manager's been doing this for a bit of time, right? And it's seen success. So disappointing. If you're a Schneider fan, but we're laughing and enjoying it, right?
So yeah.
I was just gonna say about our game. Okay, go ahead.
Is it fair to say Rich Sports supports Manchester United?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fair to say that.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm just confirming.
Yeah, go on, go. You're going to say about
I was just going to say, you know what? We are a team right now that we can close out a game defensively, no problem. I think we're missing another skill. We need to be able to close out a game offensively, and that's probably more about in the Premier League than anywhere. I mean, I think if we had scored 3 goals in that 20-30 game, that time period, different, but like late in the game or after we've had like a lull of like, we just can't get that third goal. We need to figure out how to get that third goal. Like for me, the third goal should have come earlier in that second half. At some point, you're like, this isn't working. They found a way to at least slow us down. I try to make a change, bring somebody else on, like he brings Havertz on and says, you know what, we're going to change it up in the middle. Maybe you pull Saka. Just not because Saka deserved it, but just to change something up. Because Jesus, I think, was having a good day. Martinelli's always a problem, and maybe if Martinelli's out there on the wing and Havertz is inside, it makes a difference. Just changes it up. We needed something different attack wise. Pick one. Pick whatever you want, right? If that's Reece Nelson coming out and running at that that left back differently than Saka, maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. It's just something different. But we just got stale, and we kind of didn't. We kind of like let them get more confidence that look, they could steal something here, and then we made our mistakes, which we always do. We've made mistakes all the time defensively, and once again, a poor clearance, and not even a poor clearance. Yeah, poor clearance basically. If he just boots that thing, nothing happens, right? Nothing. They don't score. The ball is way down the field, out of bounds, whatever, and we paid for it. We paid for it. And, so yeah, so we're still looking. We're still a work in progress. Easily could have been up 3 or 4 at halftime, 3 or 4, 10, 20 minutes into the second half. So we gave ourselves chances. We're not clinical. For me, people talking about Nketiah with the missed shot being the thing that was a problem. For me, it was once again. For me, he has to score goals. If he's not going to do that, he needs to do something else. And a couple of times, he had a chance to go. He had a 50-50 ball where it was him and the defender. He got muscled off of it time and time again. I'm like, at some point, you're going to have to fight for that ball. It's your ball. It was passed to you. Just because the defender said doesn't mean you have to give up on it. I'd rather him get the foul, meaning he's trying to get it, than, you know what, I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to stop. So, for me, it's the little things that he doesn't do and that hurts him. And he should have scored, but everybody missed. You can count on your both hands how many times you missed that third goal, and it wasn't all in Nketiah. So closing it out, getting that third goal is going to be just the next thing we need to check off our box. But those 2 goals in 15 minutes is what we've been looking for. So we're going to take it.
Spencer said he can't hear you. Is there a chance you could speak up? Because Spencer says he can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear the background now, but when you said earlier there wasn't any, but now I can hear.
Yeah.
It's like there was laughing. Someone seemed really happy, which always concerns me.
All right, I'll be back.
But entirely due throughout the duration of Gary's speech, and it was a speech. How did Newcastle not score in that first half?
I know. Hit the post, hit the crossbar, you name it. It wouldn't go in. But he did score. I'm just seeing the goal now. Anthony Gordon. I mean, the defending.
I can tell you exactly why, Riddy. I didn't realise he had his TV volume on until it went.
Initially, he came on and he was talking.
It was fine. And then as soon as he started giving the minute-by-minute recap of the game, the
TV came to life.
it was like it was voice activated. But yeah, I can tell you why a lot of Arsenal fans have started to hate Newcastle. It's because what seemed like a distant thing, as in, they're not going to be that good yet, is like, well, yeah, but they have a lot of money, and they're obviously trying to be successful without using as much of it as possible. But deep down, eventually they're just going to start spreading it around, and they're a threat to your top 4 place, quite frankly. Not right now because you're top of the table. Deep
in the long run, yeah.
In the long run, they are very much a threat to Arsenal.
Not just Arsenal, they affect City as well for the title.
Yeah, but they're threat to you in all different ways.
Yeah. They affect everyone, but yeah, I understand what you're saying, yeah.
Because eventually they're just going to end up being in like a money slinging shootout with Man City for like first and second.
Yeah.
But then that basically means that you Liverpool, let's say, the scum and the filth like Tottenham, and that.
And Chelsea.
Eventually, but eventually you're all going to be competing over 3 spots.
Yeah.
If we assume that England are going to get the
5th spot.
Yeah, based on the UEFA coefficient. If we lose that 5th spot, Leeds are never going to get it. But I'll say if we lose that 5th spot, then it's going to get really nasty in the Premier League with all these teams fighting over 2 spots. But more competition's always welcome. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, of course it is, Riddy. I'm sure you'll be thrilled with it. I'm sure you'll be spoken like a true politician. Competition's really good. Now, let me give you back your washing in this bag with the $ written on the side. Bribery joke. Anyway, Anyway, is there any teams I've not
do I sound better now?
Yeah, you do.
They're more clear now. Yeah. No TV in the background either. Yeah.
All right, good. Of course, the microphone on this headset is much better to.
I loved it the way it was before because I couldn't hear you, and it was great.
You know what? We should mute him. Can we kick him off the show? I just got on. I don't want him on here. I mean, I've heard him speak for like 5 seconds, and my ears are starting to bleed. I mean, sorry, did I say that out loud? I didn't mean to say that out loud. Oh man, back there, it's still bleeding. Stop. Okay, you almost spoke there, and a drop came out. See?
Oh, Gary.
Oh man, you know I love you.
You got to get a vroom, guys. You got to get a vroom.
Got to work some things out, right? Yeah. Did I say that?
That doesn't sound PG. Lord Greenwood would have a tear in his eye if he heard that.
Yes, he would. He'd like. Yeah, Gary's changing.
He'd have more than a tear, but still.
Yeah. So my understanding is that whole like fifth place getting into the Champions League, that requires that a lot of the English teams perform well, right? City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle, all kind of go deep, right, into the.
As many teams to go deep as possible, basically.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, we have been having that because obviously for the last few years, you've obviously had Man City go into like the last 4, winning it last year. But also the key thing is West Ham have been doing really well in Europe the last couple of years. So that's moved the average up. Generally speaking, our average is always going to be helped by the one team in the UEFA Conference League because like with respect, Aston Villa have probably spent more money on transfers than every team in that tournament combined. Same as West Ham last season. Now, when it gets to later stages, there'll be a team from Italy or Spain that probably can match Villa, but they should be because they can outspend them. And as we've established, over the long term, the team that spends the most money does tend to win.
Yeah.
Is it Alex? Have a good night.
Not always.
Yeah.
I'm not saying always, but over the long haul, that is the trend.
Yeah.
Unless you're Chelsea. But there's
always
an outlier.
I think the thing about Chelsea is they have so much talent, and it's young talent, so it's not going to go anywhere. So even if they screw it up coach-wise, I think the talent will still shine through a little bit and keep them at least competitive. Maybe not to the point where we're guaranteed to get like in a top 2 spot or late bet deep in European games, but they'll be more competitive in the league and make it better. But yeah, so you spend all that money at some point, it's gonna it will.
Oh, they're going to come
They will
unstuck.
come through. Huh?
I can tell you when they'll come unstuck. I want to say this is not my opinion, but it kind of is. In about 3 years' time, say like they continue to not qualify for Europe, but they've spread all the contracts, haven't, or like the payments and that for financial fair play over like 5 years. What they intended 8 years, but FIFA put a stop to that. So apparently, it's 5 years the most you can spread an actual payment.
Yep.
In terms of fair play, like you can still pay it over 8, but they're only going to count 5. But anyway. But say they get to like year 3 of not qualifying for Europe, so they've not actually got the income coming in to supplement what they've actually spent. They will foul financial fair play unless they actually do big sales.
But you know what? Somehow they have these idiots still buying their players at top money who they don't want. So yes, I get that part of it, but they also are making money on their sales when they sell their players, which I think also helps in the situation.
Yeah,
right?
Because because they were doing well.
Yeah.
But the event now they're going to have players that weren't doing well, you're not going to get that silly money for them.
Yeah, we can just look at Arsenal a few years back in the Wenger's time when we were spending money, like, what was it, 35 million on Mustafi. Was it? I can't remember. We spent 40 odd million on Özil and things like that. What did we get back for it? Because we weren't doing well. The teams weren't breaking their necks to buy our players.
True. And that's the thing that I'm like, why aren't we doing some of the things that we did back then? Which for me would be tapping into the academy, because that's what we did. That's what Unai Emery did. He found a diamond in the rough. I don't think it was a diamond in the rough. He just found one of the highly performing youngsters in the academy, played him, and just got him on the field, got him getting minutes on the pitch, right? I don't know if we have any of those players, but I bet you we have at least a player who can be who hopefully will be a better version of Holding, Cedric, Mustafi, whatever you want to call it. I think we have better than that in the academy if you pick one of those 4 or 5 players that we always talk about when we talk about, well, who's the next one from the academy. And I think that's another way to do that, because Saka costs you what, right? Just the academy fees that you say, that's all it costs you, right? You can do that again and get even at least someone who can start for you, right? I feel like, like in Wary, Skelly, Rule Walters, even Charlie Patino, all these players that we talk about, right?
Do you know, someone messaged Charlie Patino? I think it was on Instagram.
I saw that. I did see that.
Yeah. They messaged him about himself on Football Manager, like, why are you being a big time Charlie on Football Manager? And he was like, just tell him to go shut his mouth. Brilliant.
No, I did see that, but like I'm saying, we have like, as I was telling somebody on WhatsApp, I mean, even if we don't have like the next Saka, maybe we have a Cole Palmer who doesn't make it, but we can still sell him and make money off of the player, right? Because Cole Palmer wasn't good enough for City, was happy to let him go, and he doesn't look that bad of a player, right? Playing for Chelsea, right? So we might have some of those, but we're not going to get the top money for them just because they play well against their peers, right?
Man City bought a player off Leeds, the Leeds Academy. He's 15. And again, I'm not going to act like I know this guy or his life story. I just know that we had a 15-year-old in the academy that Man City have bought from us for basically what I understand to be a British transfer record for a teenager. And again, in 1999, Arsenal bought a player called Jermaine Pennant for $2 million from Notts County, which was the record. So that's kind of telling you sort of the money that Man City have just handed us for a guy who you may never kick a ball for the club. And,
Newcastle, I believe, won 1-0. So United actually did score, but somehow the fridge was offsides, which is crazy in itself. Because the fridge was offsides on a goal, and it glanced. I think it rubbed. It must have touched his shirt, but I don't know if it did much more than that. But he was
when
offsides.
You say the fridge, I picture William the Refrigerator Perry playing for Manchester United.
Okay, so what do you guys call it? Do you call
I
it the
call
fridge?
him the fridge, the human.
Ain't Maguire known
slabhead.
as Slabhead because he's got a massive forehead? That's what I
Slabhead.
thought it was.
I don't like
Yeah,
saying that.
He got many nicknames. Yeah, he's got many nicknames. The fridge, Blabhead.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that when I hear fridge, I think of that particular American footballer from the Chicago Bears in I think it's
Well, you know what? This
1985.
is definitely not a Hall of Fame player
Yeah,
in
No.
yeah, you're
English
telling me.
football. You know what I mean? So that player was unstoppable. This player is stoppable. As I've said, I've said before, like Maguire. I saw what is it? Was it Ten Hag actually said that Maguire is an important player. He said he's an important player. Let me repeat that again because you guys don't seem to understand what I'm saying here.
Did he say that on like September 2nd when he knew it was 4 months before he could try and get rid of him again?
I don't know, but he said he's an important player. So either he's like it doesn't show up well for him, right?
Yeah, but Ten Hag has ruined his reputation in this job because I'm not convinced he knows how to play football. Ten Hag in this iteration.
Maguire is an important player to me. Is no different than Eddie Nketiah being your leading scorer in the Premier League, which he's not now, but he was before.
I forgot to do
today.
my question of the week, by the way, on the road trip.
Oh, damn it! No, but you know what? Like I said, like there's certain things
one.
like it's good for the player, but is it good for the team? Is it good for the team that Maguire is an important player for them?
Jermaine Pennant played for Leeds.
Who?
The player, the 15-year-old you bought, you ended up loaning him to Leeds in 2004.
Jermaine Pennant, yeah.
Yeah, it's not relevant or anything. Just while we said it, there you go. Sorry, please continue, Gary.
No, you guys don't want to talk about that anymore. You're not too impressed.
It's not that. It's just I don't know how many more different ways I can acknowledge that he's a bad footballer.
Yeah. But he's an important player to United, says his manager.
Well, that makes sense because they're a bad football team.
With players that injured. Good all.
Don't get me wrong, right? Someone's going to turn around and go, oh, they won 4 out of the last 6 league games. Like, yeah, but they played like the bottom 8 teams. So, yeah, they should win them. Like, yeah. Like, obviously, Man United are not to quote a man named Gary said, there's levels to this. So, yeah, they are going to beat teams like Burnley at football because they've spent like £500 million. So, of course they should.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's underplaying it. They've spent like 900 million.
Yeah.
Since.
And also the fact that Harry Maguire is also vital to English football is another thing. That's also another thing. You might think it's really good that he plays well for England, but if that's where you're at, then that's not a level, right?
The thing is, Gary, with England, the majority of the time we're playing crap teams, so he's going to look amazing against crap teams.
Yeah,
but
that's the problem. You need to destroy teams defensively. They get nothing. He's actually creating chances for them now.
Yeah,
right. He created a chance for Malta, right?
Yeah,
but I'm one of the things against Maguire, and I might have the facts or the team wrong, but didn't he score a goal for England against Albania in like a qualifier or something, and then start putting his hands in his ears as if like, oh, who's talking now kind of thing. It was like, mate, you scored against Albania. Like, and Albania qualified for the thing, but you know what I mean. It's like again, there are levels to this. Yeah, you should be absolutely thrilled you scored a goal for England. I'm sure when you were a child, it was a massive dream of yours to do that. I'm not going to take that away from you. But you then turning round to England fans and being like, oh, I showed you, how dare you boo me. It's like, mate, you scored against Albania.
Yeah. No, I just, like I said, I think that it says a lot about the type of team you have when people tell you who is who's vital to the squad, who's important, and people and basically where they sit in terms of the stats.
But the thing is, guys, he says he's so vital to the team, but in the summer, in the off season, he stripped the captain's armband off him publicly.
Yeah, which is
He's
like,
vital. He's still vital.
as they say, it's a man talking out of two sides of his face. Basically.
Well, I imagine if Southgate was really clever, he is really clever, to be fair to him. But if he was clever in the way that I find really clever, as in like a massive troll, he would have turned around and gone, "Well, that way I can have two captains." Just saying.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean,
Albania are good, Colonel. But
Yeah.
like I say, when this happened, England should have obviously beat them. That's more my point than like actually insulting
it shouldn't
Albania.
even be questioned, right? It should be those are the games where you're bringing on your youngsters, which you don't have on. I don't think they're even bringing youngsters onto the team now because they're so hell bent on having the old guard still in place, right? Players that don't even play enough, right? I mean, you've got your Hendersons, your Maguires, you got who's playing Phillips, right? All these players that
In fact, sorry,
what is it?
No, it's nonsense.
What nonsense were you going to put up now?
No, it's great nonsense. But please finish, please.
No, but like I said, I think England should. I think they should be able to put out a team that's really, really good without having Maguire and Henderson on it at this point, because they're not going to allow you to compete against the teams that you're trying to beat, which isn't Albania or Malta, right? You're supposed to be trying to beat the France, Germany's. If Brazil ever figured it out, maybe Brazil, Argentina, all those types of teams, Italy when they're on, right? That's where you're supposed to be, and you should be beating them now because I think England is so deep. They have more than enough players to fill a 25-man squad where it doesn't matter who you put on, you are still going to lose as a country, and that's not where you're at, right? Struggling. What we see the last 2-3 times we've seen them play, struggling, and even if they won 3-0, still was a struggle, right, to get to that point. I mean, I don't, like I said, it looks like a good job at the end of the day, but for me, it's all about the performance. The performance of the team isn't anywhere near it should be, right? You should be clicking, it should be clicking, Jude Bellingham's out. It doesn't matter because you've got more than enough numbers there behind, right? Right? I mean, so that's my thing on that. So, yeah.
Okay.
It's so tomorrow is the day when we hopefully, stay 2 points ahead of everybody. I'll take that.
You don't want Spurs to win.
You don't want what?
You don't want Spurs to win.
Not really.
Oh, I didn't say win because that's why I said 2 points.
Referring to a draw. Yeah.
I know. But
I'm never going to cheer for them
you can't even say their name, let alone want them to get anything.
Yeah. No, I want City to drop points. That's all I want. And I'll never cheer for a team to win.
But as I was going to say when I unintentionally interrupted Gary, I will commit right now in Euro 2024 to show that I have no ill will against the country of Albania. I will happily cover all their matches, all three of them.
All three of them,
and it will be free. If you've seen the draw, it will be free matches.
Alpha mentioned it earlier in the chat. Italy, Spain, and Croatia.
Do you know it's actually
easy
the same...
matches, man? Easy matches.
Yeah. They don't get any easier. But do you know it's actually the same group as in 2012, except the role of Ireland will now be played by Albania.
Basically.
Because Ireland had to play those three in two. And do you know how it went for Ireland? I think they lost all three.
They lost all three, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm sure they did. Well, it won't going to be a twist surprise, but I turned around and went, you'll never guess what happened. Ireland won all three games and then went on to win the tournament. Like, no, of course not. Of course not. It's Ireland. I mean...
Oh, we've all forgotten about it. It was that shocking we've all forgotten.
Yeah. But, I was going to say about it.
Yeah.
No, we talked about United and their downfall.
Yeah, that was painful to watch, and you can hear a lot of their fans are now all,
they've scored in the Champions League.
Rashford is who we thought he was, kind of thing, It is He doesn't want
Do
to
you
be there,
know,
and he doesn't
in
want to
the
play for the man.
Champions League, Gary, I swear this is true, they've played 3 away matches in the Champions League, scored 3 goals in each game, and won none of them.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, right? That's just bad.
It's
Lost-
And
absurd.
not only that, but I think I don't know how many they were leading, but they were leading what? Were they leading? Yeah, 2-0.
I don't think
They
they
were
were
leading in the
winning. I
last
don't
one.
think they were winning in Bayern at any point.
No,
Could be
Bayern
wrong
they
there.
weren't, but Copenhagen they were. They went from that game through that way. And then obviously, as you know, Wednesday they went to Galatasaray, they went to hell and got cocky. A few of their
That
players.
that goalkeeping before, I was fascinated by it. The first free kick he let in, it's bad, but you can at least argue, well, he never saw it, or he never saw it till too late, or he was wrong. Like,
Didn't react quick enough. Yeah.
to be fair, those are not true, but you can argue that. Like, someone could badly argue that is the case. They'd be wrong, but you could try. In the second free kick, there is no way to justify what happened other than he held the ball and then dropped it in the goal.
He literally, I've saved it. What doing? In you go.
It was actually something out of, with respect to Gary, I wouldn't expect him to know these, but in the 90s, when you would get the VHS videos of like blunders, like Nick Hancock football, you can watch them on YouTube, Gary. They're hilarious. But it's basically like mistakes and funny things in football. And they're definitely on YouTube. I watched them in the pandemic. But anyway, but it was one of them. Like, it would be on, if those were a thing now, it would be on there. It's that bad. It'd be like, look left, look right,
and they still couldn't win that match.
Nope.
And yet De Gea is still a free agent.
It was actually a perfect football night for me, to be fair, because I hate both of them teams, and neither of them won.
Well, you know what? No. It'll be okay. So now, once they're out of, like, if they finish 4th, now they can just focus on the Premier League.
That's a good suggestion as well. Mike Bassett's a good movie. What actually I reminded what I was going to say. I can justify the existence of the Nations League, because every time it comes on, everyone's like, "Why are they doing this?" and that. But if you look at the form of a few of the teams that are generally always getting battered in qualifying, and then you look at it and go, "Well, Luxembourg finished 3rd in the Euro qualifying." Like, their best ever qualifying campaign ever by some margin. San Marino have scored in 3 consecutive matches for like the first time ever. I mean, they lost all 3, but the point is that they scored. And what I think is like being shown in things like that is that when you're playing against teams of your own level and you're not getting beaten by England constantly, sort of thing, it breeds a confidence, or like there's a point to play in. Like, you feel like you're not just going through the motions or wasting your time by turning up. Because Luxembourg won like 3 matches in qualifying, which they've probably not won in the last 30 years combined. And it's, in my opinion, it's because they are playing in matches where they generally have a chance of winning. I mean, obviously they're not going to beat Portugal, but it's still a better place to do it because the matches before that, they've built up that confidence, which you won't get when you're just constantly getting beaten by the top tier sides. Nations League, great success. Don't mean I want to watch it, though. I see a value in it, but you can see a value in something and not want to see it. Like my ex-wife.
Anyway.
Didn't know you were married.
So,
just in case he's watching this, these are the books of Mr. Tom and Mr. Tom alone.
I put the Mike Bassett on my list in one of the streaming services. So whenever I get a chance, I'll watch it.
I think they ended up making it into a TV show, but don't waste your time with that.
I did see. Yeah, I did see there was a series, but I got the movie. Yes, I saw the ex-wife. The ex-wife was on Iron Man. Was it Iron Man 2?
We don't need to go back to that. But Brentford are playing Luton.
Yeah, Brentford playing Luton. The last game of the day. 2-0 Brentford, Neil Mopé scored. Ben Mee just scored his the second
Lil
goal.
Mope scored.
Yeah.
I wondered why at a certain point this afternoon I had the feeling of Ty's going to be really upset.
You're a disgrace.
Yeah, in my head, for some reason, the thought entered my head as in, Mope, you're a disgrace, and Brighton, I hope you get relegated to the conference, which they obviously didn't listen to, clearly, but maybe they should have. Anyway, yeah, Stefan, there is a TV show with Mike Bassett. I think it was on ITV. Could be wrong.
Yeah. I think it was like, they only did like one season of it as well. But it
Weren't
was
as good
like
as
follow-on from
Footballers'
film, yeah.
Wives.
Footballers' Wives, yeah, bloody hell. There was
It was
talk about bringing that back.
absolute trash.
There was talk about bringing that back a while ago.
One I used to enjoy was Dream Team.
Yeah, there's rumours of that coming back as well on Sky. Yeah,
with my boys Luis Rodriguez and Monday Bandili, and these are footballers in the show. Dream Team. Oh, obviously Cole Fletcher, obviously, because
yeah. Brownie says 3 cheers for Ramirez. Yeah, if you know the film, you know what he's. Yeah, it's a reference to the film, and you'll get it later when you watch the film, Gary. And Mike Bassett loses his fucking mind. We've just lost 4-0 to the fucking Mexicans. We're about to get knocked out of the World Cup. I'm getting fucking pelted from the fans, and you're all sitting there going 3 cheers for Ramirez. And then he turns to his assistant manager and goes, "You're dick. You sold me a car that doesn't fucking get out of second gear."
my two favourite bits in that film are the first one is when they all get to the first training session and they realise that they've all forgot the footballs. So there's basically someone didn't bring any of the footballs. So instead of waiting to get footballs, they still train using imagination footballs.
No, it was in the because basically the assistant coach that sold him the car never turned up, and all the balls were in his boot.
Yeah,
They couldn't get hold of him. They couldn't get hold of him. It's like,
yeah.
I need to watch this thing.
So they start training without any footballs.
Yeah, because there's a few kids in the background of a football like, go on, Lexi, you go and get it. I can't do it, possibly.
Let him have it.
All right, lads. And then
And
they're literally just surrounded with no ball.
And when he turns in his first England team sheet, he writes it on the back of a Benson and Hedges cigarette packet. But because because Benson and Hedges sounds like they could be two English surnames, they then go to him, "Why have you picked 13 players?" And then it turns out there was a player in the, let's say for argument's sake, it was in like the third tier or something named Benson, and there was a player in the fourth tier named Hedges, and they were like, "Why have you picked John Benson and Jim Hedges?" It was something like that. He was like, and because he was on the defensive, he's like, "They're good players." They're like, "They play in the fourth tier."
He's like, "I always believed that they're old enough. If you're old enough, you're good enough."
Yeah, they're like he's 42 and he plays for Scunthorpe.
And then the match kicks underway. There's an injury. He's like, "All right, Benson, all right, just get warmed up." And they're there, like built up brick houses, by the way, like proper built, like beer gut and everything, with their shirts tight to their skin.
Yes, but Bradley's got, like, I'm have the names wrong, but I know the joke is obviously he picks a Benson and Hedges and they take it as fact, like that's what he wanted because he wrote it on the cigarette
pack. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still not as good as Snatch, but it was a.
The one for me was when Pele turned up and he's in the bar with he's the best player in his squad. They've got pissed, and he's there on the fucking bar just in his boxers, having a sing on dance, and he's like, "There's Pele," and he's coming in doing a recording. He's like, "Damn English, always ruin things."
Stefan, do you know what nemesis means? Love that film. It's so good.
Knights winning the FA Cup, winning a cup for fuck's sake. that's at the start of the film. He's like, no injury time. Yeah, we won it. And the driver takes a wrong turn in a bus parade and puts them down the bloody motorway. Oh dear. But basically, yeah, recommend you go and watch that if you haven't watched it, or watch it again if you have. That's it. Yeah.
In my opinion, they should have remade Mike Bassett, but have it instead of starring Ricky Tomlinson, it's starring Denzel Washington, and it'd be really different.
So God, that would be different.
It'd be sitting there going, you want me to play 4-4-2? Oh, I ain't gonna play 4-4-2. You motherfucker, I'm not gonna play 4-4-2. You motherfucker, you shot me in the ass. All right, training. It'd obviously have to be training days, El.
Yeah.
You couldn't get like John Q or anything like that. It has to be training days, El. Where it's like, you won't play on the wing for me? Oh, fuck you. £5,000 to whoever fucks up my right winger. I'm going to have to work on this one, actually. Denzel Washington, football manager.
Oh, God. Oh, dear.
Gary. Yes, sir.
I don't know if you heard it, but I've got a new idea called...
I heard Denzel Washington.
Yeah, Denzel Washington, football manager.
What is that all about? So
it's if Denzel Washington played Mike Bassett.
Oh. Is that a good thing?
It'd be really different.
He's saying they should do a reboot, basically, a remake of it, but have Denzel as the main character.
Why is it Denzel and not Idris? Aren't you British?
Yeah, but I think it'd be a lot funnier with Denzel.
Which Denzel are we talking about? Ricochet?
No, because
Training Day.
Training. No, we went through that. It can't be John Q. It has to be Training Day, Del. Because he'd be like, you motherfucker, I'm going to put cases on all you bitches. That motherfucker, he kicked the ball in my ass.
Or I was going to say, remember the Titans. No fun, right?
Yeah.
So he's got it all. All Idris has is on the Black Superman. That's really all he's got right now.
The only reason I wouldn't put Elba up for that, even though he is English, is the fact that he's actually from near me, but is because I've already seen him do similar when he was in The Office, where he plays a middle manager. So I've seen it. Like, it's exactly how you think it would go. Like, he's quite tough and everyone loves him, but then as soon as his boss comes in, he's like, "Oh yeah, yes sir. Oh, can I help you?" It's like you crawling fucker. But yeah. But Zell.
Yeah, Denzel's got cool.
Or the Equalizer. I will accept his version of the Equalizer.
Yes, the Equalizer. Yes.
He's like,
I only get to kill you once. I only get to kill you once.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
He said some good ones. All right. So we went off the football thing because there isn't much to talk about. Did Leeds win? Because I actually did not. I haven't. You seem to be happy, so I thought that was because Leeds has won. So the fact that you hesitated leads me to believe that it didn't go the way you wanted.
Well, it didn't, in that Leeds were losing after 3 minutes of the game. And then we scored in the 5th minute of the game. And then we scored in the 7th minute of the game.
So
and then we took a break. And then we took a break. Took a break. And then this genuinely true. I turned around to Spencer during the show and went, actually, Leeds haven't scored for 19 minutes. This is getting to be a bit of a problem. And then Ian immediately popped up in the thing with Leeds have got a penalty. I was like, thank you.
So what was the score then?
We won 3-2.
Okay. Nice.
So this is what I was saying at the start. Like Leeds won, we won, Man United lost. Been a good day so far.
Yes. Yeah, and tomorrow we hate it because we don't care. We want two teams to lose, but they're playing each other. So how does that work?
Typically, we want 3 teams to lose, but one of them three playing for them, so at home as well. So we know what's going on there.
Did you see that Burnley score?
That's 5-0.
No, that's what's telling you where Sheffield United is. That you know what. I mean, Nketiah got a hat trick against Sheffield United, right? So once again, there's levels to this, Mr. Tom, and Nketiah's level is he can beat up on Sheffield United.
No, what I think happened today, because obviously Eddie at the post, I think that post wanted to be honoured to get in the way of an Eddie shot. It manoeuvred itself in its way.
I always say, like, how do you hit the post when you have so much of the goal to pick from?
What I really think happened was, basically, I think Wogs were so afraid of Eddie that as soon as Eddie came on, they started then attacking because they wanted to keep the ball away from Eddie because they knew Eddie would hurt him.
Was it when Eddie's in the room? That's what you're trying to say?
Wolves didn't attack until like the end of the game, and I think it coincided with Eddie being introduced to the pitch.
There you go. That's another reason why we don't want him on the pitch.
No, that's the reason why you should keep him on the pitch.
After getting punished all game, that as soon as you bring Eddie on, guess what? It's time to roll. You know, no, that's not a good sign for your team. That's not a good sign. You're just basically saying you just told us he should not play for us.
Don't recall saying that.
That's exactly what you said. I'm translating exactly what you said. Bring Eddie on, the other team wakes up and wants to play some football all of a sudden.
Don't make me turn into Zell again.
His name's not Zell. You're not on a nickname basis with the man.
Oh, I can call him Zell. He wouldn't mind. He wouldn't mind. Actually, if I did meet him, I'd be like, Mr. Washington. I actually believe, right, this could sound really silly, but I think if like they did an American version of Snatch, and I think they did try a series of it, but if they like remade the movie as a movie, Denzel could be Bricktop. Because it'd be like, I want to use the piety. And they'd be like, yeah, of course. Like, I wasn't asking, I was telling. Of course I'm going to use the piety.
Oh, dear.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. One more. I'll do my favourite line. One of my favourite lines, and I promise it'll make Gary laugh. I promise.
I'm waiting.
You want to run that by me again?
Oh,
We've lost. Gorgeous George.
Go on.
You want to tell me that? We've lost. Gorgeous George. That's Jason Statham. Gary can never contain himself for that. We've lost.
That movie had me laughing the whole time. It was the best. When he's backing up in the kitchen and he's like, I
like the business. My only issue with the business is like, well done, Danny Dyer. You got together with your mates and you remade Scarface in Spain. Well done. But I did enjoy it. It was really fun.
Oh dear. And with that, we are going to wrap things up because I'm literally flagging now, and obviously match of the day has finished. Thanks to going, Tom, for keeping me company for the last half hour or so of that, and everyone else in the chat. Obviously, thanks for coming along and keep interacting with the chat and all that. We'll be back tomorrow because more likely we'll be doing a watch along for the Barca versus Atletico Madrid's match. It's on ITV4 here in the UK, so might as well do it. I was asked earlier by Catherine, so you know what? If people are interested, I'll do it. And
When's
else, tomorrow 7:30 kickoff
7:30
7:30 go live. I think it's 7:45. I'll double check that. I'll DM you later the time and all that kicking off. But it's on ITV at 7:30.
Oh, okay.
ITV
I'll
4.
probably have to miss it because I'm going to be doing my Leeds show. We'll be
Ooh.
covering both Leeds wins because I can.
For now. Who have you got next?
Off the top of my head, we're away at Blackburn.
Well, you might get a third then. You might get a third in a row. I mean, they lost today as well. What was that? That's Sheffield
They
Wednesday.
lost to Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah. When you're losing against the battering team of the league, you need to ask yourself questions basically and take a long hard look at yourself.
Yeah, but you know how football works. Well, they didn't give their 100% today, so they'll make sure to give 120 next week.
Is John Dale Thomason still the manager of Blackburn?
He is exactly the one and the same.
Bloody hell. So I'm surprised he's still there after the inconsistencies of last year. But okay, it's cool. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stuff to watch now, so I'm going to watch The Business, Mike Bassett.
It's a busy evening, Gary.
It's not tonight. I'm not going to be able to watch it tonight, but I have a lot of. I can watch this all during my holiday time off, since I'll be off for a bit of time. So I'm looking forward to that. There won't be any games after the 19th that I can't just sit there and watch and jump on a stream if I want to. So there you go.
I was saying to Spencer how our league is unique in that we play over Christmas. Like Spain and Italy will sit there and go like, how comes the Premier League's more valuable? It's like, because you disappear for 3 weeks and there's no football. At a time when most people are in their house with their families. Give them something to watch.
It's a little disappointing that the boxing, like they decided the Boxing Day doesn't mean anything.
Well, from the point of view, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the NBA saying we're gonna have Christmas Day games, but you know what? Because we can make more money on a different day, we're not gonna have Christmas Day games anymore. We're gonna have the 23rd or the 27th games as our marquee game of the holiday season. It just makes no sense.
Well, New Year's Eve.
Makes no sense at all.
Arsenal play on my birthday this year. I'll point out. You play West Ham.
So you're gonna be able to put your shirt on. There you go.
There you go.
Your Arsenal shirt. Very cool.
No, my Leeds third kit. Yeah.
If that's how you call your Arsenal kit, then yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, that kit that colour wise is closer to that one behind me there.
There you go.
I used to like you, Gary.
I know you don't like red, but you do like yellow, and so it's fine, right?
But I'll forgive you because we lost, Gorgeous George.
We lost. You're gonna have to talk louder than that.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to talk louder than that. That's the best way to end the movie. You're gonna have to talk louder than that.
Sorry, Ryan. I'll let you close the show now. I'll shut my mouth. Have a good night, everyone.
Oh dear. On that note, good night, everyone, and we'll see you tonight. As always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.